Welcome back to Trailer Trash Talk here at Nerd Alert. I'm with Brandon. I'm with Brandon and Jimmy and James. There's a lot of going on up here. So, anyways, no, sometimes there's too much. No, so sometimes there's too much, and it just becomes static.
Folks, let me give you a little insight. Brandon's got his phone. He's watching a Yankees game, and
no, the Yankees.
So yeah.
No, I'm getting updates from the Yankees game. We're currently losing, but that's fine. We are here to talk about newest. This is the newest trailer, the only trailer so far for Tron Ares, and just you guys go. What are your thoughts on this trailer?
I'm kind of floored with the story that we're getting from the trailer, and I know this was what they were trying to accomplish. Clue was trying to accomplish in the last one, but the fact that they actually come into the real world and we see the light cycle like slice the cop car in half. Like, I don't know what I had in my brain, but I didn't imagine that the equipment they could use in the grid would be able to be used in the real world. So when that happened, I was like, shit, I never thought of that. Okay, cool.
That moment was definitely like, oh, that's why Clue wanted to go to the real world. Oh, and
then when you see that recognizer come beyond the skyscraper, you're like, this almost reminds me of like a kaiju movie. Okay, what?
It's genuinely terrifying because it's like, well, if they can go back into the grid, are they taking these people and basically brainwashing them to be a part of the system? I am endlessly fascinated at what the decision in storytelling is going to be here, because if Ares becomes this character who is like just an army man who just bends the knee to the higher powers but realizes it's wrong, does he save everything? Is it like Greek tragedy? I am so excited to see where this goes. And like that brief snippet of Dillinger, that was so interesting because I think like there was like red on his face, and I'm like, is he in the grid or is he watching this unfold? And there's a lot of mystery, and I like that all we really see are the visual effects, so we really have to like grab at straws to see what the story is.
I do love Tron. I love Tron, actually. And I've said this before, I'll say it a million times. I started rewatching the first Tron last night, and that is just wild that movie of all movies ended up getting a sequel decades after it came out. Like, it is just like, I enjoy it, but I feel like, I am a nerd and I'm into that stuff, but like the most casual of viewer is not watching that first Tron movie. It is wild to get through. Even when you're watching it now, some of the video game effects, you're almost like, is this like a fucking PBS movie, or like is it like, it's just so hokey looking. But I love I love the sequel. I love the show that came out on Disney XD. We've all talked about that. Was outstanding.
Justice for Uprising.
Dude, Uprising's so good. Like, I'm excited to watch that again.
The comic books that came out were really good. They weren't that many, but it bridged the gap between the original and Legacy, and it explained why
I'm gonna have to look up that collection.
Himself, what happened to his wife, what was going on with Sam. It was like, this is awesome.
And not to mention the like plenty of video games that have been released in the Tron series that are all stellar.
Yeah, I have been a huge fan of the franchise, and it's just crazy to me that like it has the most humble of beginnings and has now led to this current movie that's going to come out. My distaste for Jared Leto and my love for this franchise has me in an emotional standstill, but I am going to see it. I'm sure it'll be good despite him. And I honestly, I hope this is something that they can do something with. I'm kind of down with the idea of getting some more franchises that aren't just Marvel and DC.
What amazes me, this is Disney's IP. Like, it's 100% Disney.
Yeah.
So they're not paying somebody else for it. They're not losing money. They don't have to buy something to get it. They own it 100%. So it baffles me why they don't make more of it, especially since the price of special effects has come way down. I just don't get it. But the thing
And
about
they have gone way up in the amount of money they have.
yeah. And it's not like they don't own ILM.
Yeah.
Anywho, the things about the trailer that I like or am intrigued by are the things we didn't see. Like, we know Kevin Flynn's in this, and we didn't see him really. Where's Sam Flynn? What's going on? And I honestly don't know if they're in it or not. I just know we haven't heard much about it. We didn't see Tron, Bruce Boxleitner. No clue as far as I could tell. Meaning we did not see the character Clue, not no clue in what's going on.
Not a clue of what's going on.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie.
Cora, we didn't see her, and I would love to see some of the old. And I know they'd have to be kind of repurposed, kind of like Dillinger, in that he's David Warner's past. Ram, that would be fun, and Yori would be cool. Didn't see any of those characters, and it would be interesting if they did wrap them in this somehow.
I would
absolutely
love that.
agree.
And it seems to be anybody who was involved in Tron, namely Kevin Flynn, Jeff Bridges, just loves the property so much that they will come back and do whatever is asked of him, as he has several times. So I get the sense that if you were involved with Tron, you just love it that much that, like Bruce Boxleitner came back in the last one, just uber briefly and used his voice and stuff. I just hope that we do see something along those lines.
Yeah. I was interested in what Flynn was talking about in the trailer, because we hear him say something and it's like no going back. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Huh.
Well, and it definitely is. It's almost like the introduction of the internet or Wi-Fi or the iPhone. It's like, you can't put that back in the box. It's out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I think I love this franchise. I'm hoping that Jared Leto is not a character that needs to go into the other movies, that maybe we can return to Sam Flynn in the next one, and that whatever he does in this movie, maybe he makes like a noble sacrifice at the end, and then we don't have to see him anymore. But I am excited for this movie.
Hey, Jared Leto. That's what I'm going to do. My goodness.
I will say I loved the prop design, because I think the light bikes aren't completely CG in this. So it's like an actual prop. I couldn't completely tell because my ability to discern isn't amazing. I hope it's not completely CG for the light bikes, because having like an actual prop here and there would be awesome. I was super interested in the shape of the discs, because his is a triangle, and that really interested me. Where
that doesn't make no sense. Can't throw triangle.
As long as you can make a boomerang a perfect 90-degree angle and it still works.
Yeah, Cap's shield doesn't play by physics, man.
It's
can't throw triangle. Anyways,
I
do
want to go back. Have you seen those people like goof off with speeds, like where they throw the speed triangles and it like bounces back to them?
No,
go watch those. It's amazing.
No, I like things to do. I'm an adult.
Memory lane, real quick, Brandon. Do you remember? We weren't at, as far as I know, we weren't at the San Diego Comic-Con. Nothing had happened with Tron for ages, and then out of nowhere, Disney unveiled that test footage of Tron Legacy, which wasn't used in the movie, and just showed briefly Jeff Bridges looking down on high at some action going on. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yes, I do.
Oh, man. When that came out, and again, there was no mention that Tron was going to happen. Tron 2 was going to happen. Nothing. And out of nowhere, that came out. Go look at that test footage. That was unreal. Again, it was not in the movie anywhere. It was so good to see that again. And I hope, like we did last time, I doubt it, because they put a lot of effort into it. And I feel like the marketing doesn't necessarily do this anymore, because we had this a lot with The Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry, The Dark Knight with Joker, with the marketing going on with that. Tron Legacy marketing had a lot of fun ass shit. I got several pins, an NCOM badge, just by doing random shit online. It was so much fun, and I wish they would go back.
That really was really cool. Like I I thought all of that, and because you're right, they did do that for the Dark Knight, with some websites and some stuff like that, and I wish there was more stuff like that now. But yeah, I have it somewhere, but I do have like a light cycle Hot Wheels, and for a small portion of time when Legacy came out in California Adventure, it's developed now, but back where you
Remember,
would
you
walk, like
bastard.
you walk down the main road where they do like the Hollywood backdrop, and then to the right would be what was Tower of Terror. It is now the Guardians ride. To the left, before that was fully built out, they turned it into Flynn's Arcade, and I did get tokens. They're somewhere in my collection of stuff that I will find. But
If I remember correctly, you did a segment for Nerd Locker way back when about
I
that.
sure did. Yeah, because we were there when it was happening. But man, that was so cool. And just the IP for that stuff, man. Like there's so much cool stuff you can do with it. But yeah, I do love that we all love Tron. I do think this is awesome. So I'm excited that we're all excited about it. And
I
what
feel
were you
You know
saying?
who I love? Go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
I feel like we get really lucky with Disney not caring about it that much because it means that they really don't care what people write. And I feel like that incentivizes people to write really good stuff. Look at Legacy. They were like, we're making another Tron movie. I have a feeling they really didn't care what was written. And it led to a really good movie.
Yeah.
What I would love to see is to pull specifically one character from Uprising. Wouldn't it be awesome if Elijah Wood was also all of a sudden?
Dude, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
So
And then,
like,
the girl who was the medic, I can't remember her name, but she then became one of the soldiers in Clue's army. I can't remember her name, but her showing up again would be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to do that, and that would be something on par with like Across the Spider-Verse and all that stuff. That would be very cool.
Dude, I would just, I think I'd lose it. I think I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, and then we'd be able to go back to the old Simpsons thing. Hey, oh my God, have you ever seen Tron? Yeah. No. Yeah.
No.
I did that the other day, and it was so funny. I'm like, did you see Tron? And everybody said no, and I'm like, oh.
Well, you're missing out because they're fun. I mean, I won't judge anyone for not watching the first one. You have to have an acquired taste to watch it. I love it. I do love it.
Dude. You don't get to see Pac-Man on the grid if you don't watch it. You got to see it.
Exactly. Pac-Man.
You know that, right?
Fair.
In the one scene where Sark is looking and there's a... I love it.
Yep. Well, let us know what you guys think. Let us know your level of excitement for Tron in the comments below.
And how much do you hate Jared Leto? Is it Brandon level or just normal level?
I don't hate. Hate's a
more
strong
than
word.
Brandon.
I dislike. I strongly dislike
your
it.
hate. Let the hate flow.
Knock it off.
Best Joker ever.
Do it.